Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24. It's a big game here in Sacramento because today making his Athletics debut is Jacob Wilson, the top prospect in the organization. Usually a third baseman playing left field today as he got the call up just a day ago. He is the 44th ranked prospect in all of baseball, and we'll get to see him in this opening day matchup or opening series matchup against the AL best Toronto Blue Jays. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content as we've entered the month of July. And Sears on the mound will get the start, and he gives up a leadoff base hit to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Also, Canada Day, as actually Falefa tries to steal second, he gets gunned down. So great arm there by Langoliers. Knowles the leadoff hit. And then Kevin Kiermaier will hit this one into left, where it will be caught out there by Wilson. And let's take a look at this Blue Jays lineup. Currently 52-32, like I mentioned, the best team in the American League. We'll see the AL batting champ Bo Bichette up next, followed by Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the big signing Gleyber Torres, Cavan Biggio, George Springer, Alejandro Kirk, and Jock Peterson. But like I was trying to say, it is Canada Day. July 1st, the Blue Jays out in their red unis. A rare sighting that's nice to have. I'm glad we got to play them on Canada Day. With two down, here's Bo Bichette, the reigning AL batting champion, who hits a single into center, keeps the inning alive for Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who will strike out on a nice pitch from Sears. On the mound for the Jays will be Kevin Gausman, 3.77 ERA, making his 18th start on the season, one strikeout shy of 100. As Gio Urshela, the former Detroit Tiger, will lead off, and 0-1 pitch, he's going to do what he does best, and that's single into the outfield. So he will be leading off. There's an errant throw that doesn't cost a base. And here is Jacob Wilson, his first at bat as a major leaguer. He's got a 1-2 pitch, and he's going to strike out on the high fastball as he goes down with the K. Gausman's 100th on the season. Tyler Soderstrom up next also looks at strike three, a second K of the inning. And then Noda will swing and miss, so Gausman will then strike out the next three. Let's go top six. Both pitchers absolutely dealing outside that first inning. This is the first base runner given up by Sears. A walk in the sixth to lead off to Kirk. And that'll bring up the former Diamondback Jock Peterson, who with a 3-2 pitch will also draw a walk. So no base runner since the first. And Sears is going to give two free ones. Here's the only man who was one of the two men who was able to get a hit for the Jays, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. As back to the top of the line at first pitch, he's going to rip this one into center. Rooker over, he makes a diving play, but he can't glove it. Again, if Ruiz wasn't hurt, he probably makes that play. Missing his speed in the outfield. As now we got bases loaded, nobody down for Kiermaier. He's going to hit a high one into left field. Going to test the arm of Wilson as the tag is going to score safely, a little offline. And the Jays finally get the first run of the game. One down now for Bo Bichette. Chopper in front of the catcher. Langoliers will charge, and he'll get him at first, but runners move up. Big bat here for Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and he's going to deliver. Single up the middle. That'll score both the runners, and the Jays put up a 3-spot here in the sixth. As Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the culprit, and that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, who signed a 5-year, $74 million contract in the offseason from the New York Yankees. He's played a lot better at home this season. You can see his numbers there. He's got an 0-1 pitch, and he's going to rip this one into right field. Deep goes Soderstrom on, plays it off the wall. Guerrero Jr. is going to be waved home, and the throw is going to be in time. What a play by Soderstrom in the outfield to play it perfectly off the wall, not try to go for the grab, and it saves a run. We'll go bottom six. Nick Allen leading off, who's been a lot better against lefties this season, but he's got a righty in Gausman on the mound. As the A's try to answer the 3-spot given up to Toronto, but Allen's going to fly out to begin. They'll bring up Gio Urshela up next, and he gets plunked. Fastball runs to the side. That's going to sting a little. Good opportunity here for Jacob Wilson, but he strikes out again, as that's Wilson's 0 for 3 to start his debut. That'll bring up Soderstrom now with two down. He's going to slap this one down the left field line and fair. Well, what a season Soderstrom is putting together here. By far and away been our best hitters. Now we got two in scoring position for the 4-hitter Ryan Noda. 2-2 pitch, hits a fastball deep to right center field, but Kiermaier is going to catch it as that one quickly died out. Going to the 7th now, Zach Jackson will get the call. He's got his ERA down to 5.60. It's still not good, but it's a lot better than the 9s. He begins with Cavan Biggio, who gets him to sky it on the mound. As Noda, actually, excuse me, as Urshela playing first base. Noda is making the play. Got him and Urshela confused, righty versus lefty. Next batter, Springer will ground to, I know that's Geloff at second who's going to make the play. So 2 down now. But Alejandro Kirk destroys one to left. 114 off the bat, crushed to the hill. That's a solo shot for the Blue Jays catcher as they extend their lead. An absolute nuke off the bat. Only goes 395. A low trajectory, but way out of here in a hurry. 6th homer of the season for Kirk. It's now 4-0 Blue Jays. As Jackson looks to get the final out against Jock Peterson, and well, he can't do that. Peterson will single into center, keeps the inning alive for the top of the lineup. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa now 2-2 into right field, and this will end the inning as Soderstrom makes the play, but the Blue Jays get another. They'll bring in Yimi Garcia on the mound as he inherits a runner on base here in the 7th. This base is loaded actually for Gio Urshela, and Garcia is going to get the outs, makes the play. A squander, a beautiful chance. Garcia gets the job done. We're going to the 8th. Lucas Erceg will be called in out of the pen. I actually did not mean to call him in here. I was trying to make him ready and waiting, and actually hit put in game. So here's Erceg getting the 8th inning as he begins by getting Kiermaier to fly out to left center. Now into the heart of the lineup, Bo Bichette, 1 for 3 on the day. He's going to make it 2 for 4 as he gets jammed. That's what a batting champ does. He puts it in the outfield. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up next turns on a sinker, but a little early. Wilson with the hustle into foul territory. He's going to make the grab. However, Bo Bichette will tag to second. You rarely see that, but a heads-up play by Bo to get in scoring position. Gleyber Torres now with a chance to drive him in, but he's going to draw a walk. So now 2 on, 2 out for Cavan Biggio, who also walks. So Erceg loads the bases with 2 down for George Springer, and Springer gets underneath the sinker, and we dodge a bullet as that'll end the top of the 8th. We'll go now into the bottom half of the inning. Genesis Cabrera will step on the mound for the Jays as he'll begin against Jacob Wilson, a lefty now for Wilson, and he's going to perfectly crush one into center, and this is going to get down 4 extras. A leadoff double to begin the 8th, and that is the first career hit for Jacob Wilson. Hopefully more to come for the young rookie, as that was definitely a baseball he will want to say. But congratulations, young man. You got your first major league hit, and hopefully it could spark the inning. We got a runner in scoring position now. Tyler Soderstrom up next, but he misses a curveball. Timed it up well, just couldn't connect. Nauta up next, hits this one into center. It's going to be deep enough to at least tag the runner, as Kiermaier will make the grab, and Wilson will make it over to third. And now we need a base hit from Rooker to bring in the run. Rooker sits. First pitch of the at-bat. He gets jammed inside on a fastball. Skied high for Kirk. And again, we squander an opportunity here in the 8th. Top 9, the 3-time reliever of the year, former Oriole Craig Kimbrell, will get this inning. As the first batter he faces will be Kirk, and Kirk will pop this one up for Urshela, who will camp underneath it out number 1. Jock Peterson now up next, 1-0 pitch, sharply over to Urshela, and there's a glove. On the shift, he gets him. So now 2 down for Kiner-Falefa, and he swings through the knuckle curve. Nice inning by Kimbrell. We're down by 4 going into the 9th. It's not a safe situation, so the Jays will bring in Brooks Raley instead, the former New York Met who's acquired last month in the trade that sent Nick Fraze to New York. First batter will be Geloff, who grounds this one over to second. Easy play for Torres, out number 1. How about Shea Langoliers? Full count pitch to him, and he draws a walk. So put a runner on for Logan Davidson. He's been quiet today, and he goes around on the inside. Slurve couldn't resist. And now the game's the line for Nick Allen. 2-2 pitch, and he looks at strike 3. Sinker gets him looking, and the Blue Jays will win game 1 of this 3-game set by a final score of 4-0 as they get the win on Canada Day in Sacramento. The fans back home in their home country get to celebrate. As we just squandered a couple of opportunities. We only had 5 hits, but we had a chance to bring in some runs, and we didn't. Blue Jays had 8 hits. They scored 4, and they get the win as Gossman gets credit with it, and Sears will get a loss despite him not playing his worst game. Gossman also gets player of the game thanks to his 6 2/3 innings shutout and striking out 8 batters. As after this game, we take a look at the trades. A couple of inter-division trades you don't see us very often. First, the Tigers and the Royals. They're going to trade prospects, as the Royals are going to get second baseman Colt Keith, who is a really stud prospect. Hasn't been the best for the Tigers at the major league level, but Kansas City will definitely take him. But they'll give up Asa Lacy, who's still technically a rookie. He's a starting pitcher that'll add depth to Detroit. He's actually going to be an interesting trade. David Peterson gets acquired from the Braves for a prospect from the New York Mets, so another interdivision rival. We do lose game 2 as well, 9-4. Butto goes 1 1/3 and gives up 6 earned. God, he got crushed in this ball game. Meanwhile, Soderstrom, he goes deep again. Another trade around the league, Padres and Tigers, they trade. A minor one. Vest goes to the Padres, while Ornelas goes to Detroit. And then we do win game 3, though. Gio Urshela with a walk-off hit in the 9th gets it done. And Freeland, how about him? 5 1/3, only 1 earned. Good bounce-back start from him. As we take 1 of 3 against Toronto, and that'll bring us to the second half of this episode. At home against the Tampa Bay Rays, the second best team in the American League. So a tough week here for the Athletics. And now it's the 4th of July, so everybody's going to be wearing the Star-Spangled hats, as Wade Miley, the former Brewer, will get the start for the A's. So we're celebrating a lot of countries here in this episode. Randy Arozarena will lead off for the Rays, the 2021 AL Rookie of the Year. And he begins the game with a single up the middle. Nice effort by Geloff, but it's unable to get it. So the Rays already putting a runner on for Harold Ramirez up next, as it's a hit and run, and Ramirez is going to deliver. Singles into center, and now quickly 2 on for the Rays for the heart of their lineup. There'll be Yandy Diaz up next, who hits this one into foul territory. That'll be caught by Urshela, who's now playing first base. And we'll take a look at this Rays lineup, sitting 52 37. The, like I said, second best team in the American League, as we'll see Isaac Paredes up next, followed by Brandon Lau, Randall Gritchick, Ronnie Palacios, Rene Pinto, and the rookie Ronnie Simon. A very good Rays team in typical Rays fashion. No superstars, but just quality hitters. Here's Paredes, chopper over to Allen, who goes to second over to first, and that's a nice double play to end the top of the first. We'll go bottom half now, where Ryan Pepio will get the start for the Rays. Only making his second start of the season. He's had some bullpen work. 15 innings, giving up 3 runs in that span. As there's a nice strikeout from Pepio. And Davidson up next, hitting the 2 spot today. He will draw a walk. That puts 1 on now for Tyler Soderstrom, who hits this one up the middle, but a nice double play opportunity for the Rays, and they deliver. We'll go bottom 2 now, where Noda's now with the dish to leads off, and he hits this one high and deep to right center. And Noda's going to break the tie early. A solo shot for Ryan Noda, playing right field today as he goes into right center for the home run. That's the 14th of the season for Noda, putting together a very solid campaign. And the A's strike first. They make it 1-0. But shortly after this game's going to go on delay. You've seen the rain has been falling, and the umpires are going to meet with the managers, and they're going to say, we're going to put this one on a rain delay. It's over an hour, too. So with that, the A's got to make a call. Do they stick with their starter or go to the pen? And we ultimately go to the pen. Mason Miller will be called in. You expect him to go a couple innings here, but he actually has gotten a lot of work in the Toronto series, so he's not at 100% stamina. So hopefully he can at least go through 1. He gets the first batter out, but then plunks Simon, so a free base runner for Tampa. And then Randy Arozarena up next to hit this one high and deep into left. Not deep enough, though, as Soderstrom now shifting over. No Wilson in the lineup today. He's getting the day off. Hernandez instead gets inserted in. He's putting together a good season. And then Miller ends the third, striking out. Ramirez looking. We go bottom 3 now, where Perez gets plunked. The Rays decided to keep their starting pitcher on the mound through the break. So Pepio not off to a good start. And then Urshela off the jam bloops one into right field. And Perez is going to go all the way to third, who's getting the start today, a catcher over Shea. So now runners on the corners. Nobody out for Logan Davidson, who chops this one over to short. He flips it to second over to first, and it's not in time. It's a fielder's choice RBI for Davidson. The A's push another one across, and now the Rays will go to the bullpen. Christopher Sanchez, the lefty, brought in, as now Tampa Bay will bring out Pepio. First batter he faces a Soderstrom for the second time in this ballgame already. Soderstrom hits into an inning double play. Martin will then come in the 4th, as this one's going to turn into a bullpen effort for the Athletics, as he begins with Yandy Diaz, who singles up the middle into center. Next up will be Isaac Paredes. First pitch to him, and he's going to sky this one into left. Soderstrom will come in, and it looks like he will make the grab. So hopefully Martin can go 1, maybe 2 innings here. And that'll bring up Lau up next, who's going to chop over to second, 4, 6, 3, and Martin gets through the inning, 1, 2, 3. He would only go 1 inning, though, as Craig Kimbrell will come in relief, as he will continue the relief train here in the 6th. Excuse me, Martin actually... Well, no, Kimbrell came into the 5th. My apologies, but he gets the 6th as well. After a 1-3 5th, the 6th not going so well. After a leadoff walk, Arozarena hits it to the wall, and that will score the first run of the day for the Rays. And an errant throw is going to bring Arozarena over to third. So now the Rays score 1, and they're 90 feet away from tying. As Harold Ramirez up next hits a line over to Urshela. Great glove for the first out. And that'll do it for Kimbrell. He goes an inning in the 3rd, and it's going to be up to Zach Jackson to potentially strand this runner. Big opportunity for Jackson to turn his season around. 0-1 pitch to Diaz. Sharp liner to Allen, who actually goes home and gets the runner. Great play by Allen to go home and preserve the lead. It guns him down by a mere inches, but it doesn't matter. So now the runner on first, 2 down, as Perez will then single. So that would have scored the run. Instead, 2 down is for Brandon Lau, who's a wild pitch in the dirt. Runners go, but a great block by Perez gets the throw at third. Costly base running there by Tampa Bay in the 6th, as they squander some runs. Kevin Kelly will now take the bottom half for the Rays, as here's Gio Urshela leading off with a fly out to center. Davidson up next, can't lay off the curveball on the full count pitch. That would have been ball 4. Instead, Kelly gets the first 2 down and make it 3. Strikes out Soderstrom. A real strong inning there from Kevin Kelly. As now into the 7th we go. Joe Barlow will come in relief. He's got 2 down for Pinto, and he strikes him out. So good job there by Barlow. Julian Mayweather, the former Cub acquired in April, will then step into the mound for Tampa Bay. Having himself a solid season. First batter will be Noda, who will strike out. They say he went around on that check swing. Rooker up next, 2-2. He also swings and misses. 98 on the gun. As Merriweather quickly goes through the first 2. But Zach Geloff will keep the inning alive, slapping this one into right field for a base hit. That brings up the 7th center, Darell Hernandez, who's 1 for 2 on the day, but he can't get a hit here, as that will pop up to first base to end the 7th. Go top 8 now. Lucas Erceg again will get his 8th appearance, having a great campaign so far in the short sample size. Setting up now for hopefully Brebbia in the 9th, as he gets Ronnie Simon, the rookie from the Dominican Republic, to fly out to begin the frame. Arozarena up next down to first base line, but Urshela playing the line will make the play. How about Erceg to Ramirez? And it's Erceg who wins this one, a 1-2-3 inning for him. As we preserve a 1-run lead going into the bottom of the 8th, we'll see if we can get some runs off Colin Poche, who has a sub-1 ERA, so chances are probably won't. First batter he faces, though, is Allen, who hits this one into right, but it's quickly going to die out for Ramirez for out number 1. How about Carlos Perez, who's gotten plunked once today? He swings through the low slider. That's the 2nd out now. And now Urshela, our last chance to get some more runs, and it won't happen. So we'll take a 1-run lead into the 9th for the closer, John Brebbia. In his first big league opportunity to be the full-time closer, he's been pretty good since signing the 1-year deal from the White Sox. Looking for save number 21 today. He'll start off with the 3-4-5 hitters. As the first one will be Diaz, and the 2023 AL batting champ will ground out to begin. The first out. And how about Isaac Paredes? 1-2. Hits this one high and deep to right field. It's stacked at the wall, but Noda will make the play right at the wall. That got scary. But now the game down to Brandon Lau, who's going to pop this one up into center. And Rooker will make the play. And the Athletics will win this one by a final score of 2-1. They take Game 1 against the Tampa Bay Rays, improving to 40-50 on the season. Got scary there in the 9th, but we get it done. And we take the win. 2 runs on 4 hits is all we needed, though. Rays had 1 run on 6 and a good pitching performance all around. This turned into a bullpen game. The bullpen delivered, only giving up the 1 earned run. A lot of trades now on July 4th. Starting off with the Angels getting stronger. Probably the biggest trade of the day happened in our division. They acquired Devin Williams, the former reliever of the year, to beef up their bullpen as the Angels look to make a run at the postseason. Gave up a couple of prospects. Speaking of prospects, another prospect trade between the Orioles and the Nationals. Elijah Green will head to Baltimore. He's the 30th ranked prospect in all of baseball. And the Nationals in return will get Kobe Mayo, a third baseman from Florida, who is going to be the 40th ranked prospect in baseball. Cal Raleigh also gets traded out of our division to St. Louis as the Cardinals have had some injuries at catcher. They look to beef it up with Raleigh, who just never really worked out in Seattle. The Mariners in return will get Sean Frazier, the key piece in that trade. As we go to game 2 and win this one 5-4. This time it's Jordan Diaz who walks it off in the 10th. So we take 2 against the Rays, and we go for the sweep. And we get it, 6-5. We sweep the second best team in the American League and improve to 42-50. As Logan Davison goes homers twice for his 4th and 5th on the season. One more trade to take a look at, another interdivision trade. The Reds acquire Pete Crow Armstrong from the Cubs, a nice solid center fielder who has some big league experience. And the Cubs will instead get an arm for the starting rotation, hopefully, in Chase Petty. But the A's playing good as we get ready for the All-Star break. As you can see, Petty, the 52nd ranked prospect. But we have our last day off before the break, so let's take another look at the minors because our team's been playing good and we've had some young guys get the call up to the majors. We'll take a look with AA Midland and AAA Las Vegas to 1, see what's going on with their records, and 2, see if there's any other prospects who could potentially get the call soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.